I will step back. The little I will step back. And be led like a little child that takes the hand of its parent to be shown the way. And it says here in the beginning that the like-minded will recognize you, and the people who knew you before will also recognize you, but just think that you are the way you were before. But you're not. There is this inner light, and you can't pretend to be what you were before. It's impossible to play that game. So instead, we let the illusion sink behind us. We let the past fall to the side. And not let illusion lead anymore. Just meditate and allow. We allow even more to step back. Let our own thoughts step back. And just listen. Just to be open for the inner light. And we just give over the world as we know it. That's what this is about. Our thoughts, belief patterns, perceptions, the concepts we believe in, the roles we have been playing. Just to see first, to see those and be able to hand them over. To step back and let him lead the way. The fears you used to have, you can question. They don't have to run your mind and your experiences. They can be questioned and released. Because they can't be true. We don't let illusions lead, because if we let illusions lead, we would believe in what the appearances say and do. We can watch it very, very lightly and listen to a much deeper place. God's voice. And to be able to do that, we just need to still our mind. We just need to get a little bit still. But it's easy. It's easy. It's the natural way the mind goes when you allow it, when you allow some time of quiet, your mind will naturally go in the right direction. You don't have to force it. Because it is its natural state. Being with God is the natural state. And even the illusion of healing, that you have to fix so much in your mind, can be a trick. Because as you go within, it can all fall away. Don't have to fix this personality, this seeming body or persona. You only need to fall in the truth. And the Holy Spirit will use the persona. The Holy Spirit can use your whole being for your awakening. And like it says in the Course, for many, it will be a demonstration, it will be a guide for others as you step aside this way. That's so beautiful. And maybe it was this lesson or another lesson where he says, others will see the light through you even when you don't see it yourself. And perhaps knowing that can sometimes be a help and redirection for your mind. And this is why many of us are called to make some changes in our lives, because we can't relate anymore to the past way and the people from the past who perceive us the way we were before. We cannot be defined by the past anymore. And there is a strong feeling inside that we don't fit into that picture. So then we're called to make some changes. And he says, we can travel and journey, like he says in the Course, his lesson, until we realize that we are just still mind. But until then, those changes are so helpful. Those guided changes and movements. This is a beautiful thought to be with. I will step back and let him lead the way. It can be not just for today, but every day. To allow that to be the practice in the mind, with all thoughts and all decisions, all movements, all interactions. To first say, I will step back and let him lead the way in this. And often you may find yourself, there is nothing to say. You find there is nothing to add or to say. And that's okay. And at other times, Spirit will come through and offer something helpful. But that's really the only use for the voice, is to offer something helpful. If you see a situation, you can think, what can I give, Holy Spirit? What can be helpful here? Because the ego wants to get, the ego wants to boost itself, wants to show a self-concept. And it can have many different flavors. This self-concept can be pride, can be sadness, for me, can be so many different things in the ego's repertoire. So to just see that and say, no, I don't need to use this anymore. I don't need to insert some kind of self-concept into this situation. What would it be for? How would that glorify the whole? How would that glorify God's Son, my sister, my brother, the Christ? It would just be a noisy, loud thing that says, look at me, I want to be in control. It's not needed. It's nice that we have this grand invitation to step back and be led. So beautiful, because there's so much love in that. How can we find out that we are loved if we let the ego insert itself all the time? That would be just to stop the love. But if we stop that, we let those illusions fall to the side, we will experience the love like a huge tidal wave. Tidal wave.
Yeah. Tsunami.